What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of 4 Dummies, and tonight I am joined with the other 3 dummies. I have Mrs. Skullface.
Hello.
I have Just One.
Yo, what's happening?
I have Robert Detox.
Jingle.
For those that are listening, and this is like in mid-January, we did this the week before Christmas. So we're going to start this with PJHaHa. And we're going to continue on with our collection critique. And we only have 3 photos from this gentleman, but he is a Detox fella, for sure.
Oh, he's a background fella.
He's a background
customized
fella.
the Detox, right? Those are all custom Detox. Look at the bar on the top.
Yes.
Look at the Omega. Oh, my God.
Oh, I didn't. He's right. Robert, did you notice that?
Custom. They're all custom Detox.
This is a Detox 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across Detox with a custom lid.
Why is the last one not lit?
I think that he removed the side glass of all of, except for the ends.
Oh, my God. You know what I mean?
So-
It's like, look, dude, I love you, okay? I love your effort and your ingenuity, but the time and effort and thought that you put into this, you could have just bought a comparable display case.
That's probably
you don't know,
true.
but you don't know when he did it.
That's true.
He could
also.
have done. This could have been 5 years old.
No, come on. Now.
So if it's 5, yeah, because that was a thing. Like, think about, all right, maybe not, but 3 years ago that was the thing. Like, everybody was making the double Detox, and this dude out Detox the Detox and made a.
This is Detoximus.
Well, no, these are double. Well, one double and one triple.
Have you ever faced Detoximus?
1, 2, 3. This is the combiner of all. No, it's
the
6
Detox in
right?
combine mode. So if you look at it's a 2-tier display from the first picture,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
I think that does display the figures well, much better than we see in most Detox. To be fair,
I don't think you have to look at the figures. I think what we're looking at here is the magnificence of the Mega Detail.
For what he's doing, there's some things that are just wrong. One is, I don't like, we've talked about it before, he's got going on these close backgrounds, right? And that Omega, you can't do that. Omega looks like he's like stuck in line in a
so
crowd.
I'll say that usually he does, but this one of all the pardon me, Omega pictures that we've seen, this one seems less offensive to me. I think that the key to that would have been to put that in the middle. If we would have put that in the middle with something else next to it that was of the same size as like a centerpiece of your Detoximus, I think it would. I think it would have worked. But I also tell you this: the fact that you don't have wide shots does concern me as to what exactly you got going on here. Without the wide shot, I can't really get an idea of what you have, and a lot of it is about the space.
Dead center to the right, he's got throwaway characters almost. You know, he's got Autobot Spike. He's got, what's his face, the Tiger Tracks. They should be on the sides. You don't put them dead center. And I also have an issue with, they're too symmetrical. You've got these risers going on, dude. You can't have them just like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, stand right there.
I think that if he adjusted the posing a bit, it could be fine. And then if he put the combiners or the big bots where he took a shelf out to custom it in the middle, I think it would overall present better. I don't think this is bad. I think this is a matter of.
I don't either.
I think this is a matter of rearranging, and you have something good.
Yeah, that's true.
This is from JohnB. Let me tell you what I like about this. I like the freestanding kind of calyx in the center of the room with the city bots on them with like the living conditions around it.
Yep.
I like that a lot.
That's very daring, though, Bobby. It's behind the couch.
It is, but like it's all cheap plastic anyway that if it falls you can just pick it back up and put it on the table. Like it's Hasbro
His
stuff.
living conditions may allow for that setup, though.
What Jessica's saying is you don't really have much action on that couch, Mac.
Well, no, but I mean, maybe you don't have any kids, you don't have any pets.
No, but I like that a lot. It's like this freestanding thing. You can sit behind it. You can sit to the right or left of it. I'm surprised they're not turned towards the TV, right? Because you would theoretically be sitting in the couch watching the TV. You could look over and see your city bots all kind of standing there. So I would turn the city bots 180.
Here's the thing about it that I like about all this whole thing is you're not doing anything new with the furniture that you're using, but everything just looks clean and purposeful.
It does. But if I were to move on to the Detox, so here's the thing. He gets it. He understands, but he bought the Detox before he understood, and he's trying to make it work. So he's bought risers, he's bought flight stands, he's bought all sorts of stuff in order to make it work, but it doesn't
Right.
quite
It's just because it's
work.
the problem is the detail.
He can't lift these Detox off the ground because of the shape of the ceiling, right? Like the angle of the ceiling. But where he has Springer and Rodimus Prime over to the left to fill in that void pocket space, I think that works great. But then from Ultra Magnus to the right, he should use bigger bots to fill that spot because it does look a little odd.
I agree. The jets on the stands should be in the Detox and not on the top if you can manage that.
which is something you never hear Dummies say, but yep.
You really think so? That I like the shape of it, the symmetry of it. I like that they're in the air. I don't know.
I think it's cool. The display is cool, but you're creating the same problem that
exactly. The display is cool. The space is wrong.
Space on top.
Yeah, the display is cool. The space is wrong. Now, if you look at the Detox with the movie stuff on it, you can see down below with his Junkions, he's got that kind of sorted. Like, that's a really smart distribution of Junkions. He's got a bike mode, he's got a couple of bots, and he's got some on risers. It all works well. But if you look above it, he's got all the movie bots crammed in there, and they look like they're at a concert waiting for the band to start.
Yeah, it's a little too much stuff in there.
Yep, but at the bottom, look what he has. This is something that we're seeing over and over again. Because there's 3 sweeps in the movie, you have to own 3 sweeps. Spoilers?
Silly.
You don't. You don't have to own 3. If you have the space to display 3 properly, great. If you don't, save yourself the money and the trouble and don't get 3.
Yeah, but he did dope. He's got 2 of the sweeps and then Cyclonus. It looks good.
I don't like it.
No, those 2 sweeps, they gotta go.
That looks all right. I'm more mad at this Unicron, sitting on this in this vent.
Man, if you could fit a Zeta Unicron in one of these, you can fit him.
I kind of like where the jets are going on the top, but it's not
Thank
enough.
you.
But it's not enough. So, like, I like the idea of it, but I need more.
What if those jets were sitting to the left where Springer and Rodimus were in that tighter spot?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Also, let me say this too. I think part of the problem is, I think if you're going to do that, you need all flying stuff. You need to get all the cars out of there. You need to get the Megatron gun out. You need to get Prime out. Like, the Springer looks good and the jets look good, but I think the mixture of the trucks and cars is not the way to go.
Yeah, if anything, if he's going to have a Megatron gun on a stand, then on the left side, instead of the Springer, there should be a Shockwave on a stand.
Or have the gun facing off against Prime.
Yeah, and in all fairness, there's going to be 5 of those aerial bots, you know?
Right.
He's going to have 5.
Right.
And I
at some point, those will...
Yeah, well, he was going to hang. He was
his...
going to hang the other 2 from the ceiling, and maybe that would balance it out. Don't laugh.
Laura wants to hang stuff from the ceiling super bad.
If I see something hung from the ceiling, I immediately think you're 12 years old.
The flight stands that he's got for these jets are great. If you look at the picture with all the Detox in it, he's got like chocks sitting at the bottom of the Detox.
The floor is probably not even, so he has to
stabilize.
Yeah,
that's rough.
Even them out, Mac.
That's
Come on,
rough.
Even them out.
That's rough.
So this is what I think. Yeah, I would take this. The Starscream's already on that stand. Take it out of there and put it on top with the rest of the jets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then but dude, the fact that like you have the laser beak standing on that purple gun platform, it works. It looks dope. Like in the Soundwave shelf, stuff like that. Because stuff like that is it's visually interesting for me.
Yeah. Sometimes it's worth it to take everything out and put it back 10 different ways and see what works and what doesn't, and then build around what you know works. Let's move on to another one. This is Joe S., another really good dude. Joe. Look, I don't know. I don't know, Joe.
Collector.
I don't know if this is working, Joe.
Yeah, but Bobby, this is a first. We're looking at a Legends display.
So,
oh my God.
Joe.
Bobby was like, it's so.
I'm trying to think like how to say this. Like,
You just did. You went,
yeah,
No,
it's not
listen.
good, buddy. It's not
Only
good. Now,
Joe-
wait. Now, here's what I
It's
like.
just that it's too much. Like, it's hard
It's
to
too
see.
much.
It's too much.
It's too much. Here's what I like. I like the combiners across that one thing, but Superion, you gotta pose him. He's not meant to stand like that. He looks like he's going for his first day of school pictures. You
The
know?
one thing I tell Joe is just it's time for a furniture upgrade. You're at that point where your display has reached its maximum capabilities, and it's time to
your display.
reevaluate.
Yep.
He's sort of like worked with the layers in the Detox. You know what I mean? Like he's tried to stagger them, and
I don't know if I agree, Laura.
He's got some crowding issues.
Yeah, they're crowded, they're crunched. I feel like the top rows look good, but it doesn't look good. Like you have 3 Detox, you can get those on a piece of furniture, get them up off the floor, and then break the Detox up and put other stuff on shelves. The city bots with the smaller stuff around it, I like that conceptually. I like it a lot, but you need to pose the figures you bought. That's something that we keep seeing more and more is people spending $500-$600 on toys and then not making any effort to have them kind of naturally posed. Superion looks crazy. Omega Supreme looks crazy. Devi looks fine, and Bruticus looks okay. So it's like on the right, it's good. On the left, you need work. Joe S., do you like Decepticons more than Autobots? I want to ask you that. If the answer is yes, look at that display.
I think we need to talk about something, though. This is now a first for us, okay? We are looking at a Legends display, right? He's got his big bots and what's posed with them. In addition to how the big bots are posed, he's got them posed with Legends. And I'm looking at something here, an issue I've addressed myself is, if I have a giant Devi, I can't also pose a Legends combined Devi in front of him. It messes up the display. You can't do that.
I don't know if I agree.
Yeah, I don't know
if I agree with that.
No,
either.
only if it is a Devi display. But this is not a Devi display.
No, even with it not being, I'm okay with it. Like it doesn't bother me. I'll be honest, it doesn't bother me. Like if you were to tell me on paper, I would say it would bother me, but seeing it here, it doesn't bother me.
You have to take your Legends display seriously.
So
let me ask you, Robert, how are you taking your Legends display seriously?
Sideways Billy Tucker.
I take my Legends very seriously.
Let me react real quick to what you said. All this stuff, Joe, that you have on these this TV stand, if you took a lot of those Legends that were in scale and moved them to where your combiners are, and then moved the kind of smorgasbord that you have with your combiners to the TV stand, you might be in a better place. But you have to get risers or some sort of vertical layering for the TV stand because you get that's just lost in the sauce in there.
Yeah, when I have a Legends display, I make a big bot, either one or two, the backdrop, and then I have the Legends that are relevant to that big bot in the foreground. And I think one issue that he has is lighting. He's got deep shelves. Again, we're looking at a thick shelf. And I think what's going on with Joe is he's got wood paneling, and he is giving into that. So his shelving is all wooden or clear because he, I guess, feels it's going to clash with it. And it's like, dude, you need to take control over that.
My recommendation is mess around with your books. I would try taking the books out from underneath the city bots and putting them in the bookcase underneath the TV and swapping those around.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
That's kind of what I would mess with, is just the placement of how you're just utilizing all those shelves.
I guarantee you
it's too much. And you have this, have a little bit of space within this, and you have more space if you want to change up how you're doing business, but you can make some small changes here in the layout to make this work.
It is time for some furniture. I would recommend going with some black furniture because it would offset the brown and just in the paneling. But it is time. I think at this point, it's time to upgrade your furniture.
I agree. Let's do one more. I'm going to send this one through. This is Mr. Fibble, and he wants us to know... Mr. Fibble's awesome, by the way.
Fibble.
But he wants us to know that he is drunk currently.
Oh, at this moment, or when
at all times, at this specific moment that we're doing the video, he wants us to know that he is drunk. Mr. Fibble, you have the space and you have a unique layout. You just need to work on the that's occupying it.
Oh, no. I disagree. I think the centerpiece should be a post box with a wire on it. And 2 empty bottles of soda beneath it is sized properly in a pyramid Pharaoh approach so you can see both.
Like, this is just my recommendation for everybody. And I know, man, sometimes life gets the best of us. You're doing stuff, but like, you're spending all this money on these figures. Dude, just clean up. Just don't throw your trash on there. Your shelf should also be for garbage.
Yeah, and I'll be honest. I'm guilty of doing it too.
Everybody's. That's what I said. I know life gets away, but like, it's one thing where you're like, look, I set a drink here because I was working on something, I forgot about it. But like, this has become a catch-all for just like, I don't know what to do with this. I'll just put it on the shelf right now.
But like, if you look at that one picture, he's got a statue of Black Widow, Joker, and Harley Quinn. Like, this is a guy that's not afraid to spend the money, much like Robert D. said.
And then around it. That's my point.
Yeah, but he also has Billy's, he has Detox, he has all the furniture, he has the space. His problem is layout.
Yo, I'm gonna say something right here. His problem may be passion. I think you just collecting the stuff just to collect it. You have no passion for it. Where's the love?
What's that? That's what I want to know. And why is it behind this chair?
Oh,
Dude,
it's the unicorn that like rainbows or something.
Yeah,
Squatty potty.
Yeah, because Mr. Fibble, you can tell even by his name that this is a dude that takes it kind of lightly. But he doesn't take the quality of pieces lightly. He just takes collecting all of this lightly.
This is a classic Robert Detox situation. Mr. Dibbles, is that what it is? Dibbles?
Fibble.
You have more money than sense, bro.
Maybe. Because I'll tell you, like I have a bit of a rapport with this dude, and I know that he's kind of like a fun guy. You know what I mean?
All I know is I love that he has X-Transbots Menasor just standing in front of the shelf.
Let me draw your attention to this. If you look at the right Detox, so that's a Thanos in the upper shelf. Do you know who that character is to the right of him? It's Death, but it's not Death from Marvel Comics. It's Death from Sandman Comics. So like he is making a statement here. Now, if you scroll down, we get a reflection of something, which I'm not sure exactly what it is. But behind that,
and Starfire?
Not just any Wonder Woman. That's the Frank Cho Wonder Woman, and that is Starfire to her left, to our right.
Right.
But once again, this dude is making a point. This guy has an understanding of pop culture, unlike a lot of the stuff we have seen. But he displays it carelessly. But you know who that is? So it's another niche thing. It's Dawn, an independent female comic book character that has a cult-like following. But her name is Dawn, and she has a huge following, and it's a huge cult classic thing. But like his scope is far bigger than Transformers. He is in the game, but he doesn't give a shit.
I think he's still working it out because we don't see a lot of white Billies, and we
But
never
they work.
and we never
They
see
do.
a white Detox. And I think that with all the dark colors and stuff, like it actually, without lighting, that the white is a good choice because look how good that stuff pops.
That's
against
something,
the white.
Laura, you really hit on something that's perfect. If you can't do the lighting, or you don't have the means, or you don't like it, then white is the way to go for sure.
I agree. If you look at his Headmaster shelf on his Billies, he's got his horror cons up on risers.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, on both sides he does. Like, that's the only...
like it's not like he gives no, but he wants you. That's the thing. Let me rephrase that. It's not that he gives no. He wants you to think he gives no. So he's got these Billies. They go all the way up to the ceiling, and if you look at the upper right hand corner, he's got RoboCop in that upper right-hand corner, and then right below it, he has Primes and Alt Mode. Then to the left, he's got, like, IDW stuff. Like, he has a system. He's very, like...
It's a work in
what
progress.
will come.
Oh. He's not a completionist. He's not. Frosty the Snowman, Respite, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Respite.
I want the New Year's baby with the top hat.
That's just the elf.
No, the second Rudolph one where
Nobody watched the second Rudolph
with the New Year's baby with the hat, and he's in a diaper with Father Time.
No one knows what you're talking about.
Oh my God! You know what? You don't get any silver and gold.